All right, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Call Halayim, La Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. And salutations to Akim across the world, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. All right, and this is just going to be a quick lesson, all right, because, it's that we still have that type of spirit of, wishing the best for our people, hoping they understand this truth, all right? But then you get you get that same spirit of, damn, these people are annoying, these people are irritating. And when I say these people, I'm talking about the 2/3 of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. And when you interact with them, you try to tell them this truth. You try to tell them that they're the children of Israel. They're the seed chosen by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But they hate you because they're in such a low state of mind. It's that to the point where they don't even really care to understand that they're the greatest people on the earth, man. All right, and ultimately, all right, the tribe of Judah, all right, along with the southern kingdom in its entirety, they were responsible for killing the Lord. All right, so a lot of them are set for judgment. That's why a lot of them can't, receive the understanding. All right, so when you get in that spirit, Jeremiah was trying to tell our people and teach our people, but they wanted to do him harm, and they did. And the same to all the other prophets for just telling them the truth, man. Okay, telling them the gospel, telling them of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, telling them that they need to come back to their ways, but they never chose those ways. All right, and that's all coming into the times we're living in now. It's the same thing, and that's why we're in this position. All right, let me get this. This is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah. Bear with me 1 second. This is the book of Jeremiah. Oh, wow, this app's acting up. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7. Let me see where I can start in here. This is Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 13. And now, because ye have done all these works, saith the Lord, and I spake unto you, rising up early and speaking. And that's what the prophets are doing, because what's coming? Destruction. What are we trying to tell our people? To get right, all right? To implement these ways into their lifestyles. It's ultimately coming back to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But they continuously reject it. So after a while, what does it say? It says after 2 or 3 ammunitions reject. So ultimately, 2/3 of our people are rejected, all right, from this salvation. They were ordained to that condemnation. All right, that's why we're fighting so hard, so that we're not a part of that condemnation, and so that we are saved by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Jeremiah 7 and 13. And now, because ye have done all these works, saith the Lord, and I spake unto you, rising up early and speaking, but ye heard not, and I called you, but ye answered not. So who's calling? Who's calling our people? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is calling our people through the men of the Lord, through them going out on the highways and byways and teaching week in and week out. All right, that's how he's calling you. All right, he's not going to come down off his throne, all right, to talk to you niggas, man, and talk to you people. Okay, why is this? Because you'll be terrified from the visitation of the Lord, just like you're going to be terrified when he visits this time, man. Okay? Verse 14, therefore will I do unto this house which is called by my name, wherein ye trust, and unto the place which I gave to you and to your fathers, as I have done to Shiloh. And I will cast you out of my sight, as I have cast out all your brethren, even the whole seed of Ephraim. So this is talking about how, the southern kingdom went into the bad side of the Most High, just like the northern kingdom. Okay, that's why the northern kingdom went into captivity. They were actually the first ones to go into captivity. So this whole thing as a whole, Israel as a whole, all 12 tribes, they are a hard-headed, rebellious people that will not listen to the word. That's why Jeremiah is going to say this. Verse 16, therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear. All right, so you might want to even go to the Most High to, hope somebody gets it. But the Most High said, don't even make an intercession to me. Don't try to talk to me about them. Why? Because I'm not going to hear it. Because he already knows that 2/3 of our people are condemned to never understanding this truth until they go through that destruction. Okay, this is Jeremiah 11 and 14. Let me see if I can start up a little bit here. Yep. Because what's going to happen? We're telling you to come back to the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who is the living power. But our people they don't believe us because they're infatuated with the gods of this world that bring them pleasures for their lust. All right, pleasures for their flesh. So they're interested in these things, which they really don't benefit from anyway. All right, but that's going to be the recompense. That's going to be a snare unto them. Jeremiah 11 and 11. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. So time and time again throughout our history, all right, when the Lord sent other nations to come and conquer us and do us harm, the Lord didn't hear us. Why? Because we were not following these laws. So in this time, when Esau comes down, according to Revelations, the 12th chapter, it's going to be the same way. All right, they didn't want to hear the Lord, so the Lord's not going to hear them in the time of their troubles. Okay, that's why he told us not to pray for them, because he ain't going to hear them. He's not going to hear their prayers. He's not going to hear a prayer that we make for them. He's not going to hear the intercession, he says. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Jeremiah 11 and 11, therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. All right, so these niggas that continuously scoff us, you know, ones that try to harm us or want to harm us. All right, people that try to, put curses on us. We know there's no enchantment against Jacob. The men who know they're Jacob that are following Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, but the world is still, 2/3 of our people are still being enchanted by the ways of this world because they don't have this covering of the Lord. They're not trying to find and seek the Lord. Therefore, when their trouble comes, the Most High is not going to help them. He's not going to hear their prayers. All right. He even told us in the scripture previously that we shouldn't even be praying for them. Pray not for this people. Verse 12. Then shall the cities of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense. They're going to go cry to Esau. They're going to go cry. These false Israelite groups. They're going to go cry to you false prophets. All right. Because they've made you a god because you've been letting them do according to their flesh. They don't really know the Most High, man. Yeah, they know his name, but they're not following the Most High according to his ways and what he set down in these last days. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble. Nothing's going to save 2/3 of our people in this destruction coming, man. You see? And you can sit around our people and see they don't know nothing, man. Completely ignorant and completely oblivious to what they should be doing in these times, man. All right, you should be trying to adhere back to these words to the best of your ability. Romans 15 and 4, the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. All these things that our people went through in the past were written for the times now. But it's going to be the same thing because the Most High said here they're going to go cry to their gods and they're going to go down to Egypt for help in the time of their trouble. But we're going to depend on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Lord willing, he helps us in the time. For according to the number of thy cities were thy gods, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem have ye set up altars to that shameful thing, even altars to burn incense unto Baal. Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. Who hath my beloved to do in mine house? What hath my beloved to do in mine house, seeing she have wrought lewdness with many, and the holy flesh is passed from thee? When thou doest evil, then thou rejoicest. So our people love to do wickedness, man. They love doing things that are contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? They love to do lewdness. Okay? When thou doest evil, then thou rejoicest. You see? Our people rejoice in doing wickedness and evil, man. They rejoice in not getting prepared for the times to come, man. You see? And that's why when that time comes, a lot of our people, they're going to be taken, man. Let's get another one. Jeremiah the 14th chapter. Jeremiah the 14th chapter. And the 10th verse. Thus saith Yahweh unto this people, thus have they loved to wander. They have not refrained their feet, therefore the Lord doth not accept them. He will now remember their iniquity and visit their sins. And that's what we're seeing now. The Lord is preparing 2/3 of our people for destruction, man. You read in Ezekiel, this Lord say he's going to leave our people in this place and melt them like you melt, like you throw tin and brass and silver and gold and all types of metals into a furnace. And the cheaper metals, they wither away inside the furnace. But the gold and all the silver and stuff, it comes back out and turns solid. You see? You have gold that stays in its form. It gets harder, it gets better, it gets more pure. But the weaker and undesirable dross, it gets melted away. That's what the Lord said in Ezekiel. He's going to take the dross away, which is 2/3 of our people, man. Then said Yahweh unto me, pray not for this people, for their good. This is the Lord Yahweh himself saying this, man. Okay? When they fast, I will not hear their cry, and when they offer burnt offerings and oblation, I will not accept them. But I will consume them by the sword, and by the famine, and by the pestilence. You see? That's what the Lord is getting ready to use to get rid of and eliminate 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't adhere to this word. These are not our words, it's the Lord's plan. And I'm not trying to be a part of his plan, all right, concerning death, destruction, and like it says here, the sword and famine and pestilence, man. Okay? We're trying to come in this stead. Then said I, Lord Yahweh, behold, the prophets say unto them, ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine, but I will give you an assured place in this place. Peace in this place. Then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them. And that's what, and we're helping not to be in the same stead that these people are. This is why our people are. This is why they like this, man, because they have people telling them this. Why? Because these people that are telling them that you're gonna have peace, they're in a peaceful state themselves, not understanding what time we're living in, man. You see? Excuse me, we're not trying to be like them. We're trying to be opposite of them, because we understand what's coming. 2/3 of our people don't. That's why they're gonna be taken, man. You can see it. This is Zechariah 2. Actually, this is we all know this one. This is Zechariah 13 and 9. It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire and will let's start at 8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. The 2 parts is the dross of our nation. The 2 parts is the men telling us that it's going to be peace. The false prophets telling us that it's going to be peace in these times to come. They're also part of the 2/3. Now this is what we're trying to be. Verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined. When I was talking about the gold and silver, some makes it through and all the dross and weaker stuff gets burned away. Verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, that's the spirit, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is my power, man. 2/3 of our people are not saying that, man. Why? Because they trust in this world. They trust in Egypt. They trust in our captivity. They trust in our oppressors. They don't trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. That's why the Lord said, don't pray for this people, man. Let's see here. Let me get this scripture real quick. This is Isaiah 1 and 4. It says, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers. Children that are corrupters, they have forsaken Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which is why they don't accept this word. Which is why we're not supposed to pray for them, or be around, or even want to be around them. Of course, we have to work around them. We have to travel, and we have to be around them in these cases. But ultimately, we're just supposed to be around like-minded men that are trying to get the hell out of this place, man. Because this place is obviously oppressing us, and oppression makes a wise man mad. So 2/3 of our people, really they don't have that high level of wisdom, man. Little to none, actually. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel into anger. They are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. We teach them this word. We try to edify them. They always have something to say. They always buck up. That's why the Lord said you will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, and that's our nation. But wounds and bruises and putrefying sores, they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire. That's why we're in here in captivity. We don't have nothing. The Lord is telling us all this stuff you're under is because of your rebelliousness, man. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire, your land, strangers devoured in your presence. Fake Jews over there in our land. And our people, 2/3 of our people don't even care, man. And the Lord is saying, you don't care, really, you don't care about these things. But it's this way because you're rebellious, because there's no soundness in you anymore, man. For your land, strangers devoured in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage, and a vineyard as a lodge, and a garden of cucumbers as a besieged city, a conquered people, man. You see? That's why the Lord had to come back and save the elect, man. That's why it's all about the 144,000 and the innumerable multitude, man. That's that daughter of Zion that is left as a cottage in a vineyard, man. Verse 9, except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. And that's really the spirit of 2/3 of our people, man. They're complete. That's something Esau created, man. Those are not children of the Most High, man. That's something that Esau created. All right. And how he did that, it was taking advantage of the fact that our 2/3 of our people, they don't understand who they are. So they're lost in this world without hope. You see? But that's why the Lord has restored. It says here, except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah, man. That's how far our people have degenerated into a beast-like state. All right. Therefore, the Lord told us not to even pray for them because they're in that state, man. They're likened unto Sodom and Gomorrah, man, spiritually. They're likened unto a heathen spiritually, man. You see? But that's why the Lord is preparing the elect and preparing the table and setting certain men in order in these last days, man. Because 2/3 of our people, they are not going to make it out of here, man. Because they will not hearken to this word. They will not hearken to the Most High. They think we're just talking. We're reading you the Bible, man. We're reading you the words of the Lord. And they just will not hearken, man. It says they don't even consider the words in Isaiah, man. You see? Isaiah 1:3, the ox knoweth his owner and the ass his master's crib. But Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, doth not know. My people doth not consider. Our people, 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans don't even consider. You don't even consider the things coming, man. But that's why the Lord said that's prophecy. 2/3 of you going to be cut off and you're going to be destroyed, man. For your lack of adhering to these scriptures to the best of your ability, man. While we're in captivity. You see? But Lord willing, that was edifying call, Law Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakudash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling on the scriptures. Citations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. Shalom and a Bible ball.